Jill here today for my daily Good Gut show. I guess we're calling it a Good Gut show. And anyway, so my topic today, I want to back up. I'm working with this amazing marketing lady, Kim Garst, and um, it's funny because she starts on food rants and stuff like that, and we were talking about the fact that okay, to back up about this, she was talking about the fact that when I was a dietitian, well, I'm still a dietitian, but when I was a dietitian working in nursing homes, there were many, 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 many different tube feedings. I know you don't care about tube feedings, so you may if you end up in a nursing home, but enough of that. There are many, many companies that offered different kinds of feedings. And it was wonderful because they would they'd be experts in one thing, or they would have a tube feeding that was great. And little by little, two companies bought them out, and now there's only two. There's only two, Nestle and Abbott. That's it. That's the only choice you get with tube feedings. And the same thing is with your food. There are only 10 companies in the United States that control all the food in the US. They don't control all of it because there are organic farms and there are smaller farms and farms that have some integrity about the way they grow food. But we're talking about the 10 companies, and they don't just package stuff. They handle the food from farm to table. And you think they're interested in your health? Think again. They're not interested in your health at all. They're interested in the bottom line, money, what they can make. And here's a case in point, and this one really pisses me off because I was there. I've been well, I was a natural hygienist. I started there when I worked with Harvey and Marilyn Diamond, the people who wrote the book Fit for Life, and natural hygienists. It's a 200-year-old movement and very small now. And it was focused on uh, good food, good food, good living, exercise, water, good water, lots of sleep, you name it, all the healthy stuff. Okay. And basically, it was very interesting because when they first came out with genetically modified food, genetically modified, let me kind of back up and explain what that is. They actually put a different gene in the food. I know with tomatoes, they put a fish gene in the food or something like that. And the reason they do that is to increase the shelf life. Well, they said when they came out with genetically modified food, and corn was really one of the first crops. They said that they would label it. Well, they skipped that step. So now we don't know what's genetically modified. And I remember being at the farmer's market one day with a gal at the corn booth, and she was saying, gee, I'm looking for non genetically modified corn. And I said, lots of luck. The food that we eat, a lot of it has been genetically modified. We do not know the long term effects of that. And they skipped the step when they promised that they were going to label it. So, that, along with the fact that food companies are looking at their bottom line, coupled with the fact that most of us eat processed food. I see it every day. And don't think if you go to a restaurant, it's not processed food. It is, because the raw ingredients come from these 10 companies that process the food. So you're not getting good food. And this is a problem. It's not only a problem for your health, because processed food is not good for you. Period. End of story. I'm not going to go into a long rant about why it's not good for you. I'm just going to say it's not good for you. Number one. And number two, the problem is, and it's a big problem, if you want to really be healthy and eat food that's not processed and eat food that's organic or eat food that's pasture raised or eat food that's um, just non-processed, period, you have to cook it yourself, because the fast food companies and those 10 companies that own most of the food in the United States, and even even restaurants, the food is processed, and it takes time and effort to go and get, well, actually it doesn't, because you can, but a lot of people don't know where to go. Like, I just had my this is very interesting. I'm going to talk about my cat, but the same thing applies. My cat has always had some kind of allergy. He's always had like weepy eyes, and sometimes, and the other food that the vet gave him, because he has cystitis, so the vet gave him this canned food and dried food and stuff. It's supposed to help with the cystitis, but I think it made his allergies worse. And he would snuffle, and water would drip from his eyes, and you can tell. I mean, if you look at that in a human being, you can see that they have an allergy, obviously, or an allergic reaction. And he even threw up. I'm sorry, it's probably dinner time where you are if you're watching this live. I'm sorry to say that, but he did. Now, so what I did was I got him the next best thing. Now, it's still processed, okay, but it has no grains in it. It's actually people food that they make for cats. He's 10 years old. He's got the spring back in his step again, and he very, very rarely has an allergic reaction, and he very, very rarely spits up. So, what does that tell you? Because it tells me that I'm feeding him the right food. Yes, I could go one better and make his food, but I'm a busy girl. But even with a busy schedule like I have, I go out of my way to get organic food, to prepare it myself. No, I don't always prepare it myself, but I I do the best I can, and I do go out maybe once or twice a week, and I eat stuff that I like, that just happens to fit within what I like to eat. And at 78, I'm pretty healthy. I got to tell you, I work maybe 90, 100 hours a week. I love what I do. I'm healing people every day. I just, it's a kick. And I got to tell you that your health does not lie within those 10 food companies, who the bottom line is this: your health is about taking control of it for yourself. And if you want to know how to do that, I've got an incredible newsletter that I publish every week called Gut Food. Gut Food is a compendium of a lot of information about things that are good for your gut, because if things that are good for your gut are good for your health, okay? And most of us have leaky gut, and some of us even have really bad leaky gut, to the point where we have physical, emotional, you name it, problems. So you want to take care of your gut. Taking care of your gut is taking care of your health, and it's not with those, 10 food companies food, who just want to make money. Okay, even supplement companies. I mean, I do not, and they're going to remain nameless because I don't want to point a finger. But there are supplement companies who have actually sold out to Nestle. I know of three of them. And there's one big one that I used to be very aligned with that sold out to Amway. I don't use their supplements anymore. I don't know what's in them. Just like the food, you don't know what's in them. Case in point, natural flavors. What does that mean? The FDA allows people to label on the food label natural flavors. Now these could be flavors that could be artificial flavors. I know it's got a very broad definition. It makes no sense. And if I were you in our toxic environment, I would avoid as much stuff like that as I could. Because remember, strong gut equals strong you equals strong world. And I'm out. Good Gut Queen Jill is on a crusade to make that happen. So why don't you sign up, subscribe to my gut food newsletter? You can get it at healyourhealthnow.com/newsletters are all my back issues. And I got a new one coming, the thyroid issue, coming out on Monday. And that'll be in there too. So if you subscribe, you will get that. And believe me, food companies are not your friend. Fast food companies are not your friend. Even casual dining restaurants are not your friend. They're in it for the bucks and they're not interested in your health one iota. Okay. Now that I'm off my soapbox, I'll say goodbye. Good Queen Jill, signing off for today. I hope you have a great evening because it's going on evening in my neck of the woods. Bye bye.